Hello. Today I'm going to be showing you how to download and install a driver using the DriverGuide.com website. Now the driver that I'm going to be looking for and installing is going to be one of the more popular drivers that users will search for on the website. I'm going to be looking for the Realtek AC'97 audio driver and then downloading that and installing it to my computer. Here I am on the DriverGuide.com homepage. And there are actually several different ways that I can search for this particular driver. There are other tutorial videos on this site that will show you the many different ways you can use to search for drivers using DriverGuide.com. But what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to go ahead and just click on this tab here at the top that says Drivers. So we'll click there. And I'm presented with a list of different device types. For example, audio drivers, Ethernet drivers, display drivers, graphics cards, etc. Different categories, different device types that I can choose from. Now, what I'm looking for in this case is an audio driver for the Realtek AC'97 device. So I'm going to just simply click on Audio Drivers. And what I'm given here on this page, right here towards the top, there's a listing of several of the more popular companies that offer audio drivers. And I'm looking for Realtek, and it happens to be right here at the top of the list because it is one of the more popular companies that people will search for. So I will just click on Realtek audio drivers, and then I'm brought to the Realtek company page. And if I scroll down just a little ways, there's a list of several popular Realtek audio drivers that are found on this site. Now, as I said, I'm looking for the AC'97 audio driver, and I just happen to see several options here. I'm going to go ahead and pick this one right here. So I'll click on it, and I'm brought to the driver details page, which gives me some information about this particular driver. You know, I've got the manufacturer, the name of the file that I'm going to be downloading, and then if you look down here, I can also see the version of the file that I'm downloading, the supported operating systems, some notes that might have been made by the member of DriverGuide.com that uploaded the driver. Now this does say supported on Windows XP. I'm using Windows 7, and the driver has been tested on Windows 7. I've actually installed it previously, and it does work. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with this particular download. Now, as you'll see here, I'm going to go ahead and use this Download Now button, and right below that, there is an option that gives me the choice of whether or not I want to use the Driver Guide installer or not. I'm going to go ahead and leave that box checked. What this does is it allows me to download the Driver Guide installer, which can assist me with the download. What it does is it'll actually download the driver for me by going out to the DriverGuide.com website and downloading the driver from the fastest server available. The Driver Guide installer file is actually much smaller than the actual driver file itself. So by using the Driver Guide installer, it can actually speed up the process, and it's a much more user-friendly process than it sometimes can be just simply downloading the file by itself. So let me go ahead and click on the Download Now button, and then I'm going to click on the Continue button to continue with the download. It should begin downloading it automatically, and if there is any trouble, I can always click on this Restart the Download button here. I'm being prompted at the top of my Internet Explorer window to take action, so I'm going to go ahead and tell it to download the file. And I will go ahead and tell it to run the file. Okay, now let me just minimize the window in the background, and here is the DriverGuide installer that has been launched. And as you can see, it's telling me the name of the file that it's going to fetch from the DriverGuide.com server. It also gives me the file size of that particular file. Let me click Next. Okay, the download is complete. Let me click on the Finish button. Okay, my download is finished, so now if I click on the Install Now button, it actually will bring me to a web page where I can provide some feedback on the download that I just did. I can give it a rating and leave a review if I wish. For now, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this and come back to that. What you see has opened in the background is the actual file itself that I downloaded. This is the installer for the driver that I was actually trying to download, which is the Realtek AC'97 driver. Now it's asking me where I want to extract the contents of this download to. So just to keep things simple, I'm going to go ahead and create a folder on my desktop called Realtek. This will keep all the contents of this zipped file together. Let me click on Install, and all the files will be extracted to this Realtek folder. So let me go ahead and open up that folder. Now what I'm looking for here is a setup file, which as you can see is right here. This is an executable that when I run it, it will actually launch the installation wizard. Here we are. The installation wizard for the Realtek AC'97 audio driver. Click Next. Okay, now the installation is complete. It's asking me if I want to restart my computer now or later. I'm just going to go ahead and say later and finish. And that does complete the installation of the Realtek AC'97 driver software. Once I restart my computer, the software should be ready to use.